The history of solar power. With the recent rise in energy costs, many people have been looking to alternative sources of energy. One of the greatest energy sources, our sun, is readily available for the taking. We just need to be able to harness its power. For those interested, below is a brief history of how solar power came to be. The history of photovoltaic energy, aka solar cells, started way back in 1876. William Grylls Adams, along with a student of his, Richard Day, discovered that when selenium was exposed to light, it produced electricity. An electricity expert, Werner von Siemens, stated that the discovery was scientifically of the most far-reaching importance. The selenium cells were not efficient, but it was proved that light, without heat or moving parts, could be converted into electricity. In 1953, Calvin Fuller, Gerald Pearson, and Darrell Chapin discovered the silicon solar cell. This cell actually produced enough electricity and was efficient enough to run small electrical devices. The New York Times stated that this discovery was the beginning of a new era, leading eventually to the realization of harnessing the almost limitless energy of the sun for the uses of civilization. The year is 1956, and the first solar cells are available commercially. The cost, however, is far from the reach of everyday people. At $300 for a 1-watt solar cell, the expense was far beyond anyone's means. 1956 started showing us the first solar cells used in toys and radios. These novelty items were the first item to have solar cells available to consumers. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, satellites in the USA's and Soviet space program were powered by solar cells, and in the late 1960s solar power was basically the standard for powering space-bound satellites. In the early 1970s, a way to lower the cost of solar cells was discovered. This brought the price down from $100 per watt to around $20 per watt. This research was spearheaded by Exxon. Most offshore oil rigs used the solar cells to power the waning lights on the top of the rigs. The period from the 1970s to the 1990s saw quite a change in the usage of solar cells. They began showing up on railroad crossings, in remote places to power homes. Australia used solar cells in their microwave towers to expand their telecommunication capabilities. Even desert regions saw solar power bring water to the soil where line-fed power was not an option. Today we see solar cells in a wide variety of places. You may see solar-powered cars. There is even a solar-powered aircraft that has flown higher than any other aircraft with the exception of the Blackbird. With the cost of solar cells well within everyone's budget, solar power has never looked so tempting. Recently, new technology has given us screen-printed solar cells, and a solar fabric that can be used to side a house, even solar shingles that install on our roofs. International markets have opened up and solar panel manufacturers are now playing a key role in the solar power industry.
For more content like this, please visit learnforfree.biz.
Content produced and distributed by AllSuperInfo. All rights reserved.
Discover the proven formula for automated sales and success that you can apply to your business in under 30 minutes.
Reserve your seat at allsuper.info/webinar.